We should be live. There's going to be a lot of throat clearing and all sorts of disgusting, absolutely atrocious noises during this stream. And I apologize in advance. Hey guys, Xel'crin here. And today I'm planning. It's going to be a super long stream. I'm sick as fuck. Please have mercy on my poor, poor kindred soul. I'm sick as fuck. It hurts to even speak. But the show must go on, as they say. Some people actually like my sick voice. It's weird. It depends. I have to put an accent on it or something like that. I don't know. So I've heard like I sound darker, quote unquote, for when I'm sicker. And I didn't agree to that. My voice is definitely darker when I'm sick because I'm fucking like there's shit in my throat. That's why. But yeah, we're thinking what to do because for the most part, there's not really many quests to do. Obviously, we'll do this, I guess, a little bit. But lots of us opened up. My honor talents are level 8. I worked a lot on Wednesday, whenever we leveled up. And I got a lot of these. What I discovered was these actually only apply to PvP, which, yeah, that kind of sucks. Even this things, all of them, every single one of them only applies to PvP, which, yeah, that's unfortunate. But I understand to some degree where they're coming from. Because obviously, you know, they don't want people being overpowered, I guess, but I'd kind of argue that would, for people like me who want to do both, you know, it's a good way to do both. But either way, I think it's a good thing to have just for duels, just so you can prove your point. I have a story to tell. I should have told it on Twitch but I'll just tell it real quick before we get in. I was at Hellfire Citadel, right? I killed all their people in there. Not Hellfire, Feralmar or whatever, in Hellfire Peninsula. I killed all their NPCs. I killed the leader and everything, like, instantly, right? So, this random undead guy starts dancing with me on a table, right? I don't know why, I guess, because, who knows? It was a joke, it was funny at the time. So I just stood there for like 20 minutes, and I kept killing the NPCs. It got so bad, the Horde, they must have put out a message for my death. Because not only were people starting to swarm mob me, like all low levels, of course, so if they ever tried to fight me, they couldn't do shit. They literally brought in like 2 level 110s. I killed 1, and then there was 107 that put up actually a decent fight. But then they brought in this 110 Death Knight that was basically a PvP god. She had like 30,000 K health, not even joking. Clearly a prestige of some kind. Whooped my fucking ass good. Then she left, and I instantly go back in again. And it was like a battle of wills. I just kept going in. And then a mage came, and she, like me, was resilient. She kept coming after me for like 30 to an hour. We were going at it for days. It was great. It was good shit. She was the classic hero, and I was like the fucking evil villain guy. Just destroyed the Horde. It was great. I loved every minute of it. But then the server closed. I was like, wait, is there a maintenance schedule? For a minute, I thought Blizz was legit closing it. Because of what I was doing. That would have been great, wouldn't it? I would have been the villain for a whole fucking... I'd be the villain for a while. I'd be the guy who was like, yeah, I made Blizzard close their servers as I kept killing the Horde, guys. That was good. I'm going to do that again, just because of how much fun it was. I was hoping, though, that one single person would get so fucking triggered that they would try and make a character. Because I've had this happen. That they would make a character so I could get on chat, and they just start screaming at me like, fuck you, why you gotta kill all the quests? You know life? You got no life, bro? And all this crap. That would have been great. God, that hurts. But that would have been great. But alas, it didn't happen. Now, that story aside, and Honor Talents talked about, and I felt it was a good, you know, segue to his PvP. I also learned what Mythic Dungeons are, and holy fuck, I'm so glad we have a deal. So basically, from my understanding, Mythic Dungeons are essentially raids, basically, not in the sense that they're that difficult, though they could very well be very, very, very difficult, but in a sense, and I'm sure they are, but in a sense that you actually have to get 5 people together, 5 people on your own, so in our case, it'll probably be a guild. And that'll work to our advantage. I mean, I could just get 5 guildies to help me out with this, you know? But we have to get 5 people, so I could get Terius, probably her, him. What did I say? Her. What the fuck? It's a guy. We just never met character-wise, so I don't know. The name sounds feminine to me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to throw shade. But, you know, it's a great guild thing to do. We can get, like, 5 people together, do a fucking Mythic dungeon. I love it. But, yeah, so that's what is. Me and Terry, I'm sure we'll do it at some point. Did Battlegrounds, did Dungeons. Still not able to go into Heroics. I actually forgot, shit. I forgot to look this up. This is my worse gear than what I have on now because, hear me out, I actually have, what's on my back? Back. Where's back? Here. I actually have Legion Season 2 Warforged stuff. And I got that through PvP. The problem is, from my understanding, in PvE, I'm not sure if this does it anymore, but in PvE, back in Draenor at least, if you were in PvE and you were wearing PvP gear, secretly, quote unquote, the item level went down in a way. So, like, I think it was only in dungeons and raids, but I'm not sure about how it would, react in outside of those. But I don't know. So I'm gonna look that up right now. Actually, sorry, stream, but I gotta look that up. Is that still a thing? Because I need to know. Because we're about to go do some NPC-based stuff, so I need to know that. I really do. And if that's the case, I'm definitely gonna hold on to that stuff. Because that shit's good. I also did, like, maybe 1 or 2 dungeons. I mostly focused on PvP, but I did, like, 1 or 2 dungeons. Got some good stuff. Have a lot of health now, as you can see. So, that's the thing. Like, if we put this on, how much health would we have instead? Not a decent drop. Oh, yeah, significant drop. Like 40k. Yes, a significant drop. My bad. Alright, so let me look it up. Does PvP gear drop or lower in PvE in Legion? PvP gear. So maybe I've missed something. Hang on. What does it say? Boosts you in instance. Hang on. That's weird. This guy thinks that the Horde never win Battlegrounds. For fuck's sake, the Horde, I lost 4 or 5 games in a row. I don't see this. I don't see it being a thing anymore, and I'm sorry. I'm doing this for so long. Also, I need to do something while I look. I'm sorry, YouTube gaming people, if there's been anyone talking in there. I actually have no mod right now because no one's open. So, one moment. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that happened. I actually have no mod, so if anyone has said anything at all on YouTube gaming, I'm not getting it. So, hang on. There. Okay, my bad. Anyway. Right. I'm still looking, but I actually don't see this being a thing anymore. Is PvP gear in... I saw something about, is PvP toxic? Wow. Is PvP gear in WoW still scaled? I believe, or something like that. Gear scaling. I don't understand. I really don't get this, but... Okay, so my understanding, it won't make a difference. I'm gonna do some more research before I make that determination, but from what I've seen on most sites, that's no longer a thing, which is weird. It's just things like set bonuses are a thing. If any of you guys in the future want to correct me on that, do so. But from my understanding, there does not seem to be anything about it, really. Or not anything about it. That's the wrong word. It doesn't seem to matter anymore. It's only the set bonuses that would come into effect. But we're actually going to head over to Dalaran, because I have a lot of quests there. We'll do quests, don't worry. But I actually have a lot of quests in Dalaran. And I've heard from a DLD, that same person I mentioned earlier, who I called a girl incorrectly, that I might just get a world quest from Khadgar. That I did, when I went to Dalaran, get a little notification for questing in Suramar. I'm not sure if that's going to open up, like, my first world quest or what, but we'll see. I don't want to really go to Suramar, because I don't want to, you know, outdo, like, kind of, you know, go forward in the story, you know, if you know what I mean. I feel like Suramar is more endgamey, especially if it has world quests. So if that's the case, I don't know. I just want to know it exists, and I want to do my first world quest almost just so I can start, you know, doing them, because from my understanding, they're dailies, which means, you know, that's something I could do offline rather than make you all constantly go through all the time, if you know what I mean. So we could just focus mainly on the story. But I'm going to see, because if it's story heavy... Ugh. From my understanding, we can unlock world quests, though, by getting our reputation up with a bunch of people. So maybe that's actually the way, and I'm a complete idiot. Could be. Very much could be. So let's see how. Where's my quests? We also have a Death Knight thing, so we're going to be doing that first. Let's see here. No. World quest, see? You have to earn friendly with all these people. Which, they're good fucking luck. I'm gonna assume it is story-based, but there seems to be a quest in here, so hang on, let's head in. Let's see what's going on here.
Nobody touch it. Not until our guest arrives.
What? The fuck?
Hey,
Khadgar?
and well met.
Oh, see here, there are many things we can do here. Alright, cool. Thank you for coming, True Death. What the fuck? It's very good to see you, True Death. The Falling Star, Death Lord True Death. Thank you for coming. I have a matter of some urgency that requires your unique talents. The Order of the Silver Hand have reported an extraordinarily luminescent object has emerged from the Fellstorm and is currently falling towards the coast of Suramar. Okay, so this is where Suramar gets involved. What I find most curious about the occurrence is that the object was reported as having cut a swath through the Fellstorm itself. When you investigate, there's a griffin awaiting your arrival across his landing. So there's some crazy star that apparently fell, which sounds like my kind of storytelling right there. Thank you very much. So I'm very already hyped for Suramar when we're done with the other two stories. But for now, magic message. For the last 1,000 years, The elven city of Suramar has been sealed in an arcane barrier, much like Dalaran once was. That barrier has come down. It sure has. Since then, waves of magical energy have been emanating from the city like ripples in a pond. It was in these waves that I sensed the pattern, a spell encrypted among the chaos. I have recreated the spell here. Sorry, nose cold. It's not dangerous, but beyond that, I have no idea what it does.
Any disturbance should catalyze the sequence. Just give it a poke or something.
And what is this edit of the God King? Our scouts sent troubling reports from Stormheim. Oh no. God King Skovald has received a new directive from Gul'dan. Oh no. In response, Skovald's forces have stepped up. God, I shouldn't be voice acting if I'm fucking in pain. What the hell? I never normally, but I'm doing it for whatever reason. I take joy in suffering. I guess I'm a masochist. I don't know the word. I'm terrible at it. I don't know that word. I really don't. I've set down their attacks. We must know the details of Gul'dan's message, True Death. Despite his new orders, the God King remains obsessed with the Titan Keeper, Odin. Intercept Skovald in the Highs of Valor, and you may determine what his Legion Masters have demanded of him. So we have to do. We have to do that again? Really? Ugh.
Where you lead, we will follow.
We've done that one like a million times. We also have quests and arches, by the way, so we'll do those too. But let's see what the hell we need to do with this. Hello?
I am Thalysra of the Xel'crin, the Nightborn, first Arcanist in the court of Suramar.
What the fuck?
My people have made a dire pact, one that spells doom for this world.
Oh no.
Time is short. If you have found this message, you are capable of finding me as well. Make haste for Suramar. You may be our last hope.
So, clearly,
Nala Kanesh.
they really want us in Suramar.
Gul'dan and the Legion must be stopped.
Indeed. A magical message in a bottle slipped through right beneath the Legion's nose. Clever. And the Mightborn could prove powerful allies against the Legion. We must aid this Thalyasara if we can. We should be able to find her by tracking her magical echoes, the same way I found her distress call. Sorry. I can teleport you near the location where she recorded that. I am so sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, she recorded that message from there. You must search the ripples, 4 ripples in the very fabric of the arcane itself. My wand should do this trick. Follow the sparks it creates. It should lead you in places where Xel'crin used her magic.
Trust
I did
in
not get that
yourself,
name right.
champion.
It's about me to change it many times.
Well met.
Be careful, champion. The land of Suramar has been wild for 10,000 years.
Jesus. All right, well, we'll go over there later. Suramar is not my priority at the moment. Just throwing that out there. So let's untrack that. This will just kind of be in the background. We'll hold it up just because, you know, you can always get a potential thing there. Where is this? Also in Suramar. Great. Untrack. Okay, that's another one untracked. Strange that they have 2 quests to start you in Suramar. Very strange, in fact. But it is what it is. These are all the quests we're currently doing. I also found out this is about artifact research. Apparently, you can research things to give you more artifact power. So, that's pretty cool. A call to action. There's apparently a call to action quest. Here we go. I don't remember seeing this. Maybe this starts it? I have no idea. As the raven stares into your eyes, a familiar voice fills your mind. Champion, I require your aid. It seems Helia has shown her hand. Steel yourself, then come to me. Okay. That's interesting. So at some point we need to go back to Stormheim. We will. Don't worry, but that's, I'm kind of needed everywhere right now. I really am. And from my understanding, that is the start of a raid quest, which is why it just came out for 110 that, you know, we can do that. And the reason, of course, that we're not getting a quest for High Mountain is because, turns out, from my understanding from the Adventurer's Guide here, there is no High Mountain thing. There really isn't. Stormheim has a Trial of Valor, has a Trial of Valor, so we can do that at some point. Apparently, Helia, yeah, she's definitely part of it. We fight Odin again, and we fight Helia, we fight them all. So cool for that, I guess. Awesome stuff. But then there's places, as I said, you know, there isn't one in the mountain area. The Nighthold, for example, is in Suramar, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Suramar. See. So if we were to then say, where was it? The last one, obviously this one is in the forest. There is no debate. It's obvious. It's in the forest. Bel-Shara. What's scary is the fucking eye on that thing. It must be an old god potentially involved or something. Who knows? Because that's good old Cthulhu type eye shit there. Then we have the Broken Isles. This one's very weird to me. I don't really understand where this one is. I really don't. I have no idea how to start it even. I really don't. There's a lot of raid bosses though, and I mean a lot. I'm not sure if maybe this just means world quests, but I'm gonna assume this means world quests. So at the moment, there's only 2 raids. That's interesting. We have exactly the places we've quested so far, or well, are currently questing. The mountain area doesn't have a raid quite yet. I'm sure it will at some point, by the time we get to them, too. But anyway, so now that's that. Let's actually get the quest, because from my understanding, these quests will probably give us the ability to go past where we are. Strange New Ores. You smell that, Smith? Yeah, exactly. I knew it! I just had to read. You smell that, Smith? Ah, that's the smell of opportunity. I like it. Dalaran's taken us to some strange new shores, filled with mysterious metals. I've re-earthed my shop here, but you've gotten the freedom to explore mine at will. Bring me something interesting, and we'll see what we can make of it. Laystone ore. How the fuck did I get that? I'm gonna have to buy that. We can get it at some point. Don't worry about it. The only problem is, in my situation, I really don't, what the fuck?